WDW Radio, your information station.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WDW Newscast. Today is Wednesday, October 5th, 2011. I am Lou Mangello from WDW Radio, coming to you live from Disney's Beach Club Resort. Tonight, we have a couple of special guests. To my right, your left, is Becky Mankin from MEI and Mousefan Travel, and to my left is the lovely and talented and oh so freakishly tall Henry Work from touringplans.com. They are the sponsor of tonight's WDW Newscast. Be sure to check them out over at touringplans.com/WDW Radio. Henry, I say this every week, and I hear you screaming on the other end saying not only can Touring Plans save you a little bit of time, they can save you a ton of time, up to 4 hours per day.
Right, per day. It's not per month.
4 hours per day, not per month, in the Disney theme parks. You've got crown calendars, You've got wait times, you've got this oh so incredibly handy and helpful Lines application, which you can see I have right here on my phone.
Mousefan branded one.
You also have more than 150 touring plans on your site, everything from taking little kids to taking your grandparents, whatever the case may be.
Whoa.
Best way to maximize your time in the parks.
Yes, it's a cool resource. We work really hard on it. It's definitely a good value, so go check it out.
Nothing else like it. Plus, you got great blog content there. You got a lot of great contributors.
Ticket calculator.
Ticket calculator.
Ticket calculator. It's kind of cool.
It's all good. We love our folks and our friends over at touringplans.com. And is it true that for everyone who subscribes, you will give them a free hug?
Yes, free hugs.
Because I've been promising that for months, just
only
so you
for
know.
Subscribers. Let's not be ridiculous here. Let's not be ridiculous.
Crazy.
All right, so let's get into this week's Walt Disney World news, and there's actually a lot of news going on. Certainly this past week end was Walt Disney World's 40th anniversary. Way more to cover there than just for a newscast between Disney World's 40th, the Wine and Dine Half Marathon, our incredibly insane yet oh so very fun 40-hour live broadcast from Walt Disney World to celebrate Walt Disney World's 40th anniversary. Again, it sounded like such a good idea 6 months ago. In practicality, when I started to get to September 27th or so, I started to worry, but we had a great time. We all survived. We'll definitely talk about that later on this week. But you know that the end of September, beginning of October, also kicks off Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. That runs through November 13th, 2011. And the theme for this year's event, which is in its 16th year, is the passport to a world of flavors. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about specifically about the event, because we've talked a lot about the new kiosks that are coming, the special guests, the wine seminars, the tastings, whatnot, is some of the new technology that's been in there. And you, sir, also happen to host a Disney technology podcast known as Betamouse.
I do.
That they can find over at betamouse.net. Because you're cool like that. You didn't even go for the .com.
We own .com, but we can just go to .net either way.
And there's a couple of new things that we noticed in the parks and maybe on our phones this year. The first is over at Epcot. We're doing a refurbishment to the tip board that you can find sort of right behind Spaceship Earth. It's been updated now. It not only displays attraction and time information, which actually I just get right from my Lines application, but if you're in the park, it's nice. But the thing that's changed is no longer is it sort of the LED screen.
Right.
They've got multiple screens in there showing not only the wait times, but something new that makes it a little bit more of an interactive experience.
Right. So the tip board not only has wait times now, although interestingly they removed fast passes. They don't have fast pass times available right now.
Lines does
that.
Sure.
Lines does that. touringplans.com/lines, whatever. It's fine. They also interestingly have, which they added for the Food and Wine Festival, is a live tweet board. I guess you would call it a tweet board. It's a stream of tweets from people who use the Epcot FW11 hashtag. So if you're not familiar with what a hashtag is, it's a little word that people can attach to the end of their tweets on Twitter, if you're not even familiar with Twitter. And then it will actually appear on the board. Now, we're not sure exactly how it's moderated. It could just be filtered for profanity or whatever, or they might have a human moderator. That's I'm guessing that they would do, just to be conservative.
And so nobody tweets touringplans.com hashtag
Epcot FW.
That's
ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. But what was interesting was, I saw it for the first time, and the people that I saw tweeting about it were people who I knew.
Right.
A lot of people within the community embracing the hashtag, and I don't think they even did it for, celebrity reasons or let's see our names on the board.
Right.
So it was a lot of really cool live, feedback. It's a really cool integration of what people are talking about in real world and putting it in the context of the park, so that people who walk by it may think like, oh, I know what Twitter is. I use this hashtag, or just like, what's going on? Oh, now I can go try the lamb sliders in New Zealand because Pluto fan 796, which is me, by the way, said that's a good option. So it was really cool.
Well, I think it also gives them a sense of engagement in the event. We actually did a Twitter wall in our booth over at the D23 Expo for that same purpose. We had a specific screen, and we used the D23 Expo hashtag, because what we found is that as people were walking by, they said, oh, I'm on Twitter. I want to either see my name up there, or I want people who are sort of following that hashtag to see me. So it does very much engage them in the event that's going on.
Right, and you also spread news of what's going on too, because we were looking at the wall at the expo and people were tweeting how long the lines were, or that the line was starting to get long, so you better get here quickly. So people made it a habit by day 2 to stop and look and see what the news was. So I can see that this would have the same type of benefit.
Right, because the one thing the Lines application does not do is tell me the wait times at the Cork, Ireland kiosk, because I need to get my fisherman's pie, unless there's something that
Yet.
Oh,
that wasn't an actual thing. That was
no. Somebody just tweet out that touring plan is now coming out with kiosk wait times. Fast pass for the Cork Ireland kiosk.
I know William over at the Cork booth pretty well, and he could hook us up. No, I think that's cool. I mean, it's good to see a back channel. You know what I mean? It's good to hear, as long as it's not spammy or excessively negative or positive even. It's good to hear people's reactions, other guests, because one thing that's interesting is you think about it is like you don't interact with other guests very much. But I think even with, in a normal day, maybe you like run into some people online or whatever, but people you don't know, at Food and Wine, it seems like people talk a lot more.
Right.
I can't tell you the number of times I've asked, like, before I went up to a booth, how was the lobster and scallop thing from the Island Pavilion? Or
you need to ask?
What?
Do you literally need to ask how it is?
That's a bad example. Lobster and scallops, how could you go wrong? But I kind of liked how, not only are there more guests interacting with each other because of all the, food options and more interactive or more opportunities to talk to each other, but now adding Twitter on top of that. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, you're a loner, Dottie, a rebel. But do you think maybe it is the adult libations that maybe is also bringing down the walls?
That's crazy to say, though. It's crazy.
You get a couple of fruity drinks, and Becky Mencken, she's walking up to anybody.
Wow, really?
Mouse fan travel, I love you.
Really? That's only for the Grand Marnier slushy, but
Yeah, that's the only line I've ever seen you on.
And the lava pie, the lava cake at Ireland. Sorry.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
small,
good.
but it was good.
No, did you try the Hawaii Pavilion yet?
Okay, that was good. The
pork
tuna
sliders and the tuna pokey. You and me, brother. Good. Or
Really?
why don't you and I just go to Alani and we'll experience it firsthand?
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm sure both our wives would appreciate us going away again without them. The hot stone massage is
there's
like a couple's massage.
There's a bunch of Trader Vic's in the middle of the country who can hit up too.
So speaking of the technology and some of the things that Disney is starting to do to further engage people and make the experience easier, is that this past Friday on September 30th, they rolled out a new mobile app to kick off the Food and Wine Festival to help sort of guests let them get sort of a better experience and navigate through the different regions and the tastes and sort of the offerings that are there. And so what Disney has done is they released a new mobile app that's accessible via the parks. It's not actually an app that you download. What it is it's accessible via a QR code. So you'll find throughout the Food and Wine Festival these Spaceship Earth-shaped QR codes. And if you're iPhone or I guess the Droid, can the Droid actually do a QR code? I'm not sure. Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
Whatever. Maybe in the next rev they can. But you'll scan this QR code at various different pavilions, and it'll take you to everything from menus from the different kiosks. You'll find out more information about the food and drinks that are available, other information about the event. You can find
Videos.
You can find videos as well. You can also get a list of the special events, the culinary demonstrations. It gives you descriptions, prices, and availability. Even the Eat to the Beat concert series is showcased in there as well, so you can find out what acts are going to be at Epcot those evenings. But the nice thing, too, is it has a map. So it lets you sort of navigate via the map based on where you are on the promenade. You can see what's next, what the prices are, what the menus are. So it gives you a chance to sort of pre-screen, as it were, some of the other pavilions even before you get there and get sort of a description of what the menu items are. So they do have a printed book that they give you as well, but for those of us that sort of like having the technology in our hands, it's even better because you don't have to have that. The other thing, too, is it lets you share some of your favorites on Twitter and Facebook. So built into it, there's a share button. Because if you say, hey, I really love Cork Island, Hawaii, whatever it is, you can tweet that out instantaneously right from the app. So I like the fact that Disney has started to sort of enter that space on its own, making it a free, not even a download, but a free sort of thing that's accessible to all mobile devices.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly didn't need to build this thing. And the one thing I should say is if you want to check it out, go to Google and just Google for Epcot Food and Wine app. If you go to the App Store, there's a couple unofficial apps that do cost money that are not built by Disney. So just FYI, it is free and it's only a web app. It's not in the app stores. So I think it's good. I mean, it's certainly something they didn't need to build, right? And anything that they can help people navigate this really big. I mean, the scope of Food and Wine is maybe you just think it's a few booths. It's not just a few booths, and it has huge amount of other stuff that people I guess there's a lot of people don't even know about seminars and seminars and all
That's
this
the point.
stuff.
There's so many of those one-off seminars that as you're walking around, you don't even know what's happening around the corner. And this might give that opportunity to highlight those other happenings a little bit better. And
you, believe it or not, the best way to experience, come closer, children, the best way to experience, now I'm getting a little creeped out,
Sorry.
is you actually do need to plan. You can sort of just hit it and hit the ground running like you could, but it's all about sort of planning to get the most out of it. Yeah. And I think this helps you do it even before you get into the park. So if you're in your room kind of looking, say, okay, I'm hungry, what are we going to eat tonight? This gives you a chance to sort of look at the offerings ahead of time and say, all right, we got to hit Japan, I want to try South Korea, whatever it might be, and sort of plan the rest of your day too with even the entertainment offerings or some of the seminars as well. Because you can't do it all, although with touring plans, they help you do pretty much almost everything.
Is there a touring plan for the kiosks, including Hawaii?
There isn't.
Come on, get on it.
Yeah. Well, users can create one using our personal plans. You can go in and add the locations that you want and create your own route. So you like seeing Disney coming out, and again, the fact that they're not app specific, right?
Much like Lines, which is sort of a mobile thing that can be accessed by a variety of different devices,
right?
You like the fact that you're able to. Would you like to see these for other things like Flower and Garden Festival or some of the other events that go on? Even just having this kind of thing with maybe a times guide for
Yeah, I mean, this will seem weird, but even though we build an app that we know we sell and try, we invest a lot of time and effort. I'd love to see Disney continually, increasingly enter the app space. Right. I think there's so much information about Disney when it comes to park planning and the theme parks and all the special events that they do and all the parks that they have worldwide. That anything that they can help people with in terms of information access, navigation. Helping pick what they want to do at events is just a good thing, and especially when it comes to things like this that are seasonal, things that do require a bit of information that some people might not be used to. It's just beyond just what ride do we want to pick next sometimes. Right. So I think it's a good thing, and I'm excited to see what keeps happening.
Well, maybe by next year they might come up with something very cool like Starbucks, where instead of wearing that little card around your wrist, you could actually pay for things.
Scan it right from
your phone.
Pay by phone.
NFC, baby.
And a couple of things as you explore the app that we found is you can sort of mark your favorites. You can see the maps and things. But they also, so if you want to get tickets or more information, you could actually call right from your device. So if we hit it, It'd be so funny if your phone rang. Hello, Henry Work. But yeah, I think it's sort of a great interface to the event, and I like seeing those things as well too. For the people that want it, it's accessible that way or accessible via paper.
Right.
I would love to hear if anybody who is in the box or who's watching or listening in iTunes has used the app. If so, what do you think about either the interface or the fact that it's just there? Did you even know that the app was out there? It's not something that I think as you walk in, you know is readily available. You don't see it sort of advertised all the time. Like the Twitter board, you almost have to seek it out or sort of stumble across it.
Right.
We're talking about some of the other web apps that Disney's put out, like for the D23 Expo. So you see that trend beginning. Right. I'd love to hear you guys comment a little bit more about your thoughts about the Food and Wine Festival, the sort of advances in technology that Disney is doing for these types of events. Please come by and comment either on our YouTube channel or on the WDW Radio blog over at WDWradio.com. Don't forget that the Food and Wine Festival goes until November 30th. Definitely. It's a destination.
Yes.
Food and wine. Food is a destination.
November 13th.
What'd I say?
I'm fact correcting here.
What did I say?
30th. I was like, wow.
November. Wouldn't that be nice?
That's a long time.
The 13th.
13th.
September
Sorry.
30th and 13th.
We'd have to start
Well, do you want to know what the problem was?
What?
We just did a 40-hour-long show, and I'm
hear about
still
that.
not quite caught up
So
on.
you guys stumbling around the parks early, like
We-
on Sunday, but I
we
really
did.
Know what you're doing. I didn't really inquire. You guys look tired.
We were tired, but we were having a great time. We did 40 hours for Walt Disney World's 40th. We also had a 40-item charity auction as well, which, believe it or not, in Henry Work, thanks to the generosity of the Disney community and partners like Mouse Van Travel that contribute a lot of the items and experiences in there. We raised more than $17,300 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation of America through our Dream Team project.
American dollars?
American dollars. Real.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of good came from our exhaustion as well. Still not quite.
This
caught
wasn't
up,
like
and honestly,
gold in World of Warcraft or something? No. That's a lot of money.
it's not like virtual Magic Kingdom dollars. Like yeah,
Good work,
this is-
people. Good
It
work.
is definitely good work. Thanks to the people many of these people who watched in the box for most of
unbelievable.
the 40 hours. So we are very grateful.
So cool.
We're going to post more about the 40-hour auction, some of the special items that we had there as well. Also, for the people that did watch in the box, we have a Box People contest. And what we're going to do is tomorrow morning, Thursday morning at 9 a.m., we are going to post on the blog over at WDWradio.com 40 questions about the 40 hours. And for those people that submit their answers, we'll have all the information and instructions there. They have a chance to win a valuable prize. Becky Mankin, tell them what they can win.
They can win a 6-night
What?
moderate resort stay for up to 4 people, plus dining and tickets.
Come on,
Yeah.
you kid me.
A land package.
Here at Walt Disney
Or
World?
something.
Here at Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World?
Yep.
6 nights, not 6 nights at Wiki Wachi. It's 6 nights. I love Wiki
In a
Wachi.
moderate resort, value or regular season.
So
Yeah.
wait a minute. If they
Yes.
take their 6
There you go.
nights
There's 6 nights
with dining
with dining and
for
tickets
4 people and tickets,
and
they combine that with touringplans.com and their Lines app
And free hugs.
and free hugs,
hugs.
not only do they get
No.
pretty much a free vacation, but they save time. They have a better time than they would before.
Now, but the thing is, it's not just one.
Not just one hug. You can get multiple hugs.
Multiple hugs.
That was awkward. I'm sorry. So wait, you're saying it's one prize for up to 4 people.
Well, no, not really, because you know me. I have to like go a little.
I know you.
A little over and
Yes, you
above
go
and beyond,
over
just
above.
because.
You meant the Oh,
Whoa.
what?
No, that's after the show. No, we have decided that we're going to do 2 things. We're actually going to give away not 1, but 2 6-night stays.
2 6 nights.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll have 2
And I'll-
separate winners. is
And I'll
what
tell
you're
you
saying.
what. Yes, we're going to have 2 separate winners because this is what we kind of figured. Not a lot of people were as crazy as we were to stay up for all 40
Bad
hours.
idea.
Bad idea. Kids, do not try this at
Good
home.
idea in theory, bad idea in execution.
If anybody saw the whole driving sequences,
Oh my.
don't get in the
You
car
should get in the
with
car with
Michelangelo. Yeah.
We'll have a blast.
So what we thought was that
Distracted
not,
driving at its finest.
not everybody's going to have all of the answers because they would have had to be up all 40 hours to get all of the answers correct. So for the first prize, we are going to take all the ones that are totally correct and put those in a drawing. Okay?
They're just saying driving is great. Okay.
The driving was the absolute best part of the entire 40 hours. Just fast forward through everything else. So we're going to take all of the entries that have all of the answers correct and put those in the drawing and draw a winner. Okay? Then we're going to take the ones that had up to 20 questions right. Was that right?
This is your show, kid. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, really?
You could pretty much run
50%.
anything past me at this point. I'm still so tired.
2012 race. Let's talk about that right now. I've got some great ideas.
Lou drives like he is in Test Track. The Lou Mangello. Maybe we'll give that up. A Lou Mangello driving experience. I'll take him down I-4.
Insurance.
You guys will insure that, won't you?
Helmets.
Absolutely. What are we talking about?
Ads. Yeah, helmets. You must have helmets. Anyway, so for the entries that had at least 50% of them correct, they're going to go in a second drawing with the others. So the ones that got them all right are going to have 2 chances to win, basically.
Awesome. And they're just saying that YMCA in the car was the best. I don't think it was better than putting on the Ritz. Are you a Young Frankenstein fan? Young Frankenstein fan? So you would understand the... Anyway,
you had to go
so
there.
That's awesome of you. This is why people love Becky Megan.
Because it's one of those things where the people in the box, these guys devote so much time to watching this silliness.
I always said
this silliness.
When I first started this,
$17,000. Jesus.
I didn't know who's crazier: the guy who sits there talking to himself in front of a computer, or the people that sit there on the opposite watching the crazy guy talking to him. It is me.
Yeah, it's you.
When I used to do this in my basement, my wife came down and she questioned.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's kind of working out okay.
It's worked out well.
Yeah.
It's worked out well. I will never let her go. Anyway,
So,
that is awesome for you. That is awesome for you. Again, we're going to post those questions tomorrow morning on the blog at WDWradio.com.
Okay, and one thing I do want to say for those of you who may feel the need to share answers with people who didn't know, that's bringing your chances down. So don't go posting all the answers to people if you know
Becky
them.
says, be selfish and mean.
Pretty much.
She's actually the great China firewall right
Pretty
now.
much.
She's monitoring the whole interwebs. No cheating.
No cheating. Exactly. No
None.
cheating.
No.
And then...
But
when
wait
we
a
announce
second.
it- what?
But wait a second.
But wait, there's more?
But see,
Yes.
this is where Becky and I differ. Wow. If you're not sure of all your answers, but maybe you've got some, if we pool our efforts, we've now doubled our chances because we both put in correct answers. If you win, you take me. I win, I take you.
Awesome. So if Otis and you win, then you'll room with him and be happy with him.
Do not room with... Dude,
See what I mean? There's
never.
my point.
Under penalty of
just
never room
illustrated
with
it.
Scott Otis.
Is he a store?
Platter, points,
Floor,
served.
pen, there you go.
Platter,
But anyway...
points served. Wait. So did you tell them when we were going to...
No.
When they were due and when it was going to be announced?
Yes,
Get on that.
we're revealing it. We're posting the questions tomorrow. All the details will be in there. I believe your answers need to be in by Saturday.
Yep.
Check the blog for more information. Take nothing that I say at this point as gospel because I'm still exhausted. So
And then we're going to announce the winner?
I don't know. On next Wednesday's show?
That would be
there
great.
We go. Okay, there you go.
Excellent. We got it.
If Henry Work wins, I'm calling shenanigans. I'm just telling you, I'm calling shenanigans.
Can't let him take over the box, really.
Sure I can. Here, I'll just do it this way. Becky's had her time. This is all about
So,
me and you.
touringplans.com, fantastic website.
So yes, I
you do that
believe
again and
I
I'm gonna
believe the
pull
contest
back.
ends on Saturday. Again, check the website tomorrow.
WDWradio.com.
There you go.
There you
You
go.
can find it all there, can't you?
Find it all.
It's really the place to go to enhance your Walt Disney World experience.
My homepage.
And together, the three of us collectively,
Yeah.
we really bring a wonderful experience.
What are you going to do? Bees in a pod.
Dude, that's not the greatest endorsement I've ever heard. yeah, I guess so.
Well, you try to get take
Mention it, you
two.
think about it, it kind of makes sense.
Anyway,
Well,
if you enjoyed this foolishness, what kind of foolishness would you like to see? Join us every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for the live WDW Newscast at WDWNewscast.com. Don't forget to follow me over on Twitter. I am at Lou Mangello. She is at Becky, BECI_mousefan, as if Becky Mousefan was already taken. You, my friend, are at...
H work.
Ooh, giving the personal.
Age
You're
work.
getting in touch with the people. I love
Oh,
that.
sorry. Whoops. Tory plans. At Tory plans.
Yeah.
Sorry, lad.
Jeez. And again, don't forget to go and visit them over at touringplans.com/WW Radio.
/WW Radio.
So get some. You get extra hugs.
Yeah,
If
you get like a little logo thing.
you get a little logo thing going
gotta
on
record
there.
a video for that.
We do.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We got to do that. So, again, please come by, comment on the blog, come back next week, subscribe in iTunes, all that kind of good stuff. Check out betamouse.net.
Thank you.
Check out mousefantravel.com. And until next week, thank you guys for watching, for listening. For those of you who enjoyed or endured the 40-hour show, thank you. And for all of you that donated or spread the word or anything that you did towards the efforts towards raising the money for Dream Team, I am sincerely grateful. And let me just finish by saying,
2 thumbs up.
oh my.